before I begin, I would like to acknowledge that we meet on the land of the Barkindji people and to acknowledge elders past and present. I am a Walbunda and Wadi Wadi woman, and my traditional land span. I studied interior design at UTS. I think I graduated about 17 years ago now. But, it was in my final year of university. I had a Canadian lecturer that just, one day it was sort of like one of those, off-the-cuff kind of questions where he said, "So do you know about Aboriginal architecture?" And sometimes when you hear two words put together, for me that was just an explosive moment in a way, because ever since then, I've been able to bring my cultural heritage and the richness that offers, together with design. And that's what I'm going to be really talking about today. When you think about it, Australia has a 40,000-year history in beautiful design. And when you look at, a woomera or a boomerang, the principles, the design principles that are at the heart of that design process, are really wonderful principles that can inform our contemporary practice. So they're usually objects of very sophisticated function. I often think about that quantum leap in design thinking from, a bundi stick where you just whack someone over the head with it to the boomerang. What a quantum leap in design thinking that is. So very sophisticated in its function, very beautiful, obviously sustainable. And, one of the things that I'll focus mostly on today and talking about is the additional storytelling aspect to the objects that we use every day. And I think that is the thing that I think Aboriginal design can offer contemporary design the most. And, I think I'll just go back a bit, because really those principles are actually really quite interrelated. I think, when we look at art in our communities and storytelling in our communities as a way of maintaining our culture and sustaining our culture, then art has a function, and art is very functional. It's not a nice to have, it's a must have. And when you think about sustainability, one of our most important cultural values is around the connection to country. Sustainability is inherent in that. But then when you think about storytelling and the application of art onto objects and art in design, what you're doing is you're building preciousness into objects. And as soon as you create more meaning, you apply meaning to that cup or that rug or that chair or that, light fitting, then suddenly you're building preciousness into that object, and that object becomes something that you want to pass on to your children, and so it becomes inherently more sustainable in that sense. So storytelling, it's not just about decoration. I want you to think of it as something much deeper than that. As designers, we're trained to be problem solvers, we're trained to be communicators, we're trained to never say no, basically. So the bigger the problem, the harder the constraints, the more creative we seem to get, the more lateral we seem to get with our thinking. And I think that's why actually designers make really good directors in companies and really good CEOs of companies as well, because we're just tops, basically. And